Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the long-awaited Best of Beauty 2013. Now this was a tag. This was done as a tag this year. Last year I kind of separated it into foundation, or face, eyes, lips, and then miscellaneous. And this year it was done as a tag and people came up with just questions like categories and you picked one from each. But I don't want to do that because I've got a lot of favorites, and so I'm not doing the tag that was kind of created and thrown around as Best of Beauty. I'm actually going to be separating this year into Best of Beauty High-End and Best of Beauty Drugstore. And I have a lot of stuff to show you, and I'm going to try to go in the best order that I can. We're going to start with face, and we're going to work our way around the face. The first thing are my favorite primers from this year. Now I actually had two. I use primers quite a bit because you guys know that I have oily skin, and so I want to make sure that my foundation is going to last. So one that I use a lot, and even last year I think, because this is my second one of these, it is the Skin Prep FX by CoverFX, and it's a nourishing foundation primer and anti-aging serum, and it's just really lightweight and just really nice. It makes my foundation go on really smoothly, makes it last all day, and I like the fact that this one is anti-aging. And then for my second favorite, I just recently bought this. I think it was 3 months ago. So the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer. And this is a little bit different. It's a stick, and it's not actually skin tone when you put it on. It's just clear. But it's a really, really nice primer, especially if you have oily skin. I really actually liked this primer a lot, and the packaging is adorable with the polka dots and the white and the black. That was really cute. And you guys know I'm a huge sucker for packaging. The next product that kind of fits into this category, but a little bit more in the highlighting category, is my MAC Strobe Cream. And why I'm saying this as a primer is because it's kind of in between a foundation and a primer. So what I like to do with this is actually mix it with a little bit of my foundation, and it just gives me a really dewy look. I also put this on my décolleté. You can use that highlighter on your cheekbones, above your brow. But it's a really amazing, like luminous cream. This is what it looks like, and when you put it on you can see it just gives that kind of little bit of luminosity. It looks really pretty if you mix it with your foundation. It's awesome. You guys would love it. Then lots of foundations. You know I'm a foundation junkie, so I picked a BB cream, and my favorite one potentially ever is the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream, and this has SPF of 35 in it, which is awesome for the summer when I was mostly wearing this because I wanted not quite as much coverage, but enough to cover some of my blemishes, and then also gives me my SPF and makes my skin tone a little bit more even. And my shade is in light, and it actually is a very medium coverage BB cream. So if you have some hyperpigmentation and some scarring, you're going to the beach or the pool or something, and you don't want to wear like a foundation, but you want your SPF and you want good coverage, this is probably the BB cream that I would tell you to go with. It's very good, and I've tried some drugstore alternatives to this. The Revlon Photo Ready would be the closest one, but this one is still better. It's not like a 100% dupe. It just is pretty good if you need a little bit of a cheaper one. Kind of the same coverage. Then for a medium coverage foundation, I am absolutely obsessed with my Naked Skin foundation. It is super weightless feeling on the skin, very invisible coverage, but still covers everything flawlessly. I just need to add a tiny bit of concealer, and you just need to shake it before you use it. If you don't shake it, it's a little bit separated. And my shade in this is 3.5. And I use my Beauty Blender with almost all my foundations, which I'll just go ahead and show you is one of my favorites from, mine's dirty, sorry, one of my favorites from this year. It is the best way to apply foundation, makes it really even, and gives you the most coverage without absorbing any of your makeup, so you're not going to lose your product and your money. It's just going to go right on your face and give you good coverage and an even application. Then I actually just purchased this, and about a month ago, but it has to go in my favorites because I love it so much, and it's the one I'm wearing today. It is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Foundation, and if you guys want a demo of this, leave it in the comments below. I was really thinking about doing one for you, but I wasn't sure if it was something that you want to see, and I hadn't decided because I have a lot of other videos planned for you guys, but I do really like this, so I would be happy to do a demo for you. And my shade is Light 48, and there are a lot of different shades of light, so mine is 48. There's like Light 48, Light 46, Light 49, Light 52. I don't know, there are a lot. And then it goes to like medium, whatever. So anyway, Light 48 is my shade, and it's a really good full coverage foundation. Now, I apply this to my Beauty Blender. You want to make sure to not use too much product because it is thick. It is thick, and you want to use something, either put a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on your brush to blend it out, just so it blends a little bit easier, or use a Beauty Blender that you dip in water and then wring out really well. That'll help the application be a little bit easier and not make it like so thick on the skin. Okay, then I have two favorite concealers, and it seems like I'm showing you guys two of everything, but I'm not, I swear. I have like lots of different things, but my first one is my Benefit Erase Paste. This is actually a really good concealer and highlighter in one for under the eyes, so my shade is number 1 Fair, and I put this under my eyes in the triangle motion and then blend it out, and it gives you that highlight and it hides the dark circles, and it just has the best glow to this concealer. It's freaking awesome. So I love that. And then I recently picked this one up, and it just covers anything on your skin and it stays forever. And it is the M Cosmetics The Great Cover Up. Really, really great concealer. Totally recommend it. And I am in light, neutral, cool in this. And it will cover, I don't know if it covers a tattoo, but it will cover anything. It's just awesome. Then I picked two powders that are my favorite from this year. And the first one was probably the one I actually used the most. And this is the Cover FX Setting Powder in Light, and it's just a really, really nice setting powder. Now this is super light, almost like a white powder, so what I like to use this for is setting my highlight under my eyes and on my forehead and my chin. It works really, really, really well to set that and give it a little bit of extra pop, a little bit of extra glow and lightness, and so yeah, I love this for that. And then my favorite kind of everyday is my forever favorite, and that is my Chanel Powder Universelle powder in 20 Clear, or translucent one. And this is just a really finely milled powder. Now it is very expensive, as you know, because it's Chanel. It's actually one of the, I don't own too much Chanel, but this is one of my favorites because it's so finely milled that no matter how much you put on, and you know if you've got oily skin, when we have to put on powder throughout the day, this will never look cakey, and it's just amazing. It looks flawless. It's just so finely milled that it always looks perfect on the skin. Then I have one more kind of foundation favorite for you, and that is my Graftobian Super Palette in Neutral. This is their HG Glamour Cream Foundation, and you're going to see me use this in my highlighting and contouring video. And it's really, really beautiful. It gives full coverage. It's kind of a professional favorite. I use this in my kit a lot, and it just works really well. And you can see there are so many different shades. If you're working on a client, this will work really well for you. And you're going to see this in action in my highlighting and contouring video, so that will be coming up. Then we'll go ahead and move on to eyes. So I picked a couple eyeshadow favorites. I have to say that always my eyeshadow favorites, like single eyeshadows, are always MAC eyeshadows. I have a lot of favorite palettes, which we'll get into later, but for my favorite single eyeshadows, this year I've been using a lot of Tracks right here by MAC, and a lot of Satin Taupe. So those are probably my favorite two kind of purpley colors from MAC, and then more everyday colors. Woodwinked, you can see, it's the only one that I've hit pan on in this palette, but it is one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows from MAC. And also Romp here, and then Patina. Probably my favorite MAC eyeshadows ever. And then if you're looking for a really good highlight, Nylon is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. So I will link all those below, so don't worry about having to remember everything, because I'm going to link everything for you guys. Then for cream eyeshadows, so I really love the Makeup Forever Aqua Creams. They're really good, but the one I use the most this whole year, I think, is the Smolder Eyes by Tarte. And I've got a few of these shades, but the one that I'm holding here is called, well, I can't tell you because it doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a name, but it's this amazing purple, and purple looks so pretty with hazel eyes, and I've got hazel eyes, and so I wear a lot of purple shadow, and I just love this as an eyeshadow base and just on its own, and it has actually a nice smudger on that side. It's not like a crappy smudger blender. It's actually a pretty nice one, so I've been loving it. I love that Tarte Smolder Eyes. It was awesome. Then for eyeliners, I always love my Origins eyeliners just because they're a little bit more natural, and they just have a wide variety of colors that last for a really long time on the eyes, and they don't irritate my eyes. But ones that I just discovered, which you're going to see me do an unboxing from Black Friday, but the M Cosmetics waterliners are phenomenal. I'm wearing the one today in Black Olive on my lower lash line, waterline, and tight line, and these last for so long on the waterline, I couldn't even believe it, and they're just really, really, really good. So totally recommend the M waterliners. I think that you guys would really like those. Then my favorite brow product, and I think I showed this in a tutorial recently, but my Anastasia brow pen, and this is the Universal Light shade, and it just has a really fine tip, and it draws really nice little brow hairs. and I just have been loving it because it makes my brows look more natural and fills them in for me. So I love using that. And you guys know how much I love my mascaras. So the first one that I loved this year was MAC Opulash, and I've actually never tried a MAC mascara before this, and this is in Optimum Black, and it is just a flippin' awesome mascara. It reminds me of Benefit Bad Gal mascara, which is one of my forever favorites. I love that. It's just got a huge brush. It's kind of a dry wet formula. It's not too wet, but it's not too dry. Literally my perfect mascara. Then a little bit more wet formula and a little bit more separating. Clinique Dramatically Different, and didn't think I would actually like this because it is such a wet formula. Phenomenal. Totally recommend this. Got this in a kit. Went back for another one. Really separating, and that's the one that I'm wearing on my lashes today. So both really, really amazing mascaras for high end that I would recommend. Now on to blush, shall we? Yes, let's do blush. Okay, so I have a couple MAC favorites. My first one is Well Dressed. I think this is my favorite blush by MAC of all time. It's fantastic, and I love getting the Pro Pans. They're a little bit cheaper, and you can put them in your palette and create a custom palette for you. So MAC Well Dressed, and then definitely the one I've been wearing a lot this winter is MAC Dolly Mix, which I love. It's so bright and beautiful and amazing. I love it. And my last blush favorite that I wear like a million times throughout the year is NARS Super Orgasm, which you can see I've hit pan on. This is my Dan Mari palette from 2 years ago Christmas. So it's 1 year ago Christmas, not this Christmas, but the one before that. I bought this for myself, and this is the Super Orgasm. This is Orgasm. I like Super Orgasm way better. I actually don't know if they sell that on its own, but it is fantastic if you can find it. I really recommend that. Then for bronzers, no brainer, my NARS Laguna. This is my second one. I absolutely adore it. Adore it, adore it, adore it, and I wear it so much. And when I'm not wearing one of my drugstore favorites that you guys will see that I'm also obsessed with. But then I've recently discovered, I left this at my boyfriend's house because it was a mini, and I thought I had the full size in my apartment, but it actually turned out they're different because the Tarte Park Princess waterproof one I have here in the full size, and I always thought it was okay, but I never loved it, and it was a matte bronzer. Well, this one is Park Princess Mineral Bronzer, and I have been obsessed with it. It is amazing. I'm wearing it today. It has a shimmer to it. I just think that this is like the perfect shade for my skin tone, and I really, really, really love it. So the mineral bronzer is definitely better than the matte bronzer. All right, now let's talk lips. So I feel like I'm getting kind of out of breath. I am talking so much and so fast. I hope you guys can follow me and everything. But my first favorite is my MAC Rebel lipstick. I tried to keep it down to a few here. You guys have seen me swatch this in so many videos. Right there, that is Rebel. Sorry, it's broken, as you've heard me say in the past. So the swatch is like a little out of there, but an amazing pinky, plummy purple. And then I love my Lancome Rouge in Love in 391. Maybe my favorite color lipstick that I have. It's awesome. So I love that. And those were my two standout favorite lip colors. I wear so many different lip colors. I cannot pick. I mean, I love all my reds, and they're amazing too. But you guys saw me do kind of my favorite winter lipstick collection. So if you want to see some of my favorite reds and like my top picks for berries and such, you can definitely go to that video. I'll link it below. But in terms of high end, those are probably my favorites. There are a lot more favorites in my drugstore video for you guys. My favorite lip gloss, and just in terms of color, it's pretty, but for the formula is amazing. Benefit Sugar Bomb and also Benefit Dandelion. The Benefit lip glosses, these are phenomenal. This is just like the most beautiful mauve color ever, and it's not sticky, it's glossy, it's got shimmer, it's just, it goes with every like neutral color lipstick. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. Love it, love it, love their formula. I want a million more of the Benefit lip glosses. They're fantastic. I keep them in my purse all the time. Even if like my lips are chapped, it just is like really moisturizing. I love them. Oh, we're getting close to the end. It's palette time. And I think this is the category I'm most excited about, but also probably the most predictable. So for the first half of the year, I used my Naked Basics palette a lot to fill in my brows. So I definitely had to include that. I even used it today to fill in my brows. I love this. It's a great everyday palette for eyes, brows. It's just really, really good. Totally recommend that. Along with that, Naked Flush palette. I'm wearing this color on my cheeks today, and it's just a really, really awesome palette. It's got a highlight, a bronzer, and a blush, so great to travel with. Urban Decay does palettes like nobody else. Just let's be honest here. They just do. They're fantastic. They've got a lot of amazing colors, their quality is great, and they make everything compact and easy to travel with. Then, of course, my Naked 3 palette is one of my favorites. I think this is definitely one of the best palettes that was released in the entire year. I love this. Rose gold is my favorite color, so they did an entire palette that was just made for me. And I love it. I took this home for Christmas. I wore it every single day for 10 days. And I'm obsessed with it. And they also give you a really nice brush with that, so you're not using like a crappy brush, or you don't have to travel with a separate brush if you don't want to. Then I got a present from my friend Carolina from Lena Maria X3IFY in my swap with her that we did. And this is the Lorac Stylist palette. And I wore this every day for like 6 weeks. I loved it. I'm wearing it today. I'm wearing these two colors here. And it's just a fantastic palette. I really, really, really like that, and has a lot of different range of shades. It's got purples and greens, which are really nice with hazel eyes, and so love that. Then my last favorite palette favorite is a little bit of a more chic kind of everything palette, and this is the Laura Mercier. I don't know, it doesn't have a name on it actually. I thought it did. Luxe Color Portfolio. And it looks like this. You can see again, it's got 6 eyeshadows. There are some purple shades there. It's got 2 blushes down here. This actually reminds me a lot of MAC Well Dressed. And then it's got 3 eyeliners, which are awesome. So I love this palette. I wore it a lot at the beginning of the year. Picked it back up here and there, but it was definitely one of my favorites. I love Laura Mercier. The quality with her products is just fantastic, and I totally recommend it. So my last favorite, my miscellaneous favorite, is one of the things that you guys have seen me talk about a lot and wear in almost all my videos. I'm not wearing them today, but it is my Bellamy hair extensions, which I'm obsessed with. They are fantastic, and I cannot say enough good things about them. They're just really, really great, and I definitely recommend checking them out. I'm going to be doing an entire video on how to apply your hair extensions. Apply them, that's not right. How to put in your hair extensions, how to care for them, answer all your questions. It's literally already edited, it just has to go up. So you guys will be seeing that really, really soon. And I hope you guys enjoy my Best of Beauty 2013 high-end. Stay tuned, because tomorrow you're going to see Best of Beauty 2013 drugstore, and I am so excited for that video because it had standout products for me. That was probably where the year just stood out, because I did an entire month that was dedicated to drugstore makeup. It was called Discount June, if you followed that. And I just had so much fun exploring and learning about new products from the drugstore and what's amazing. And so I discovered some freaking awesome things that you guys are going to want to see. So don't miss that tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, guys, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.